Hi and welcome to another Sunday afternoon beneath the not so plastic palm trees. That's an old Leighton Buzzards reference for you. For you like me, you punks out there. Right, so here is a second episode of my favourite books which I've just picked almost at random. I started doing a spreadsheet because I didn't want to see that I was repeating books further down the episodes that I go, so I made a start on that. I've kind of shuffled these, so I won't really know what I'm seeing until I actually show you as well. So yeah, these are basically books that have a favourite place in here for one reason or another. They might not be super rare, they might not all be golden age or whatever, some might be modern, but they got a special place for me. So I'm going to kick off today's episode with this one. I've got to apologise almost to myself because I always get the country of origin wrong on this, always. This is one of only two that I've ever seen, the second one being the one I'm going to show you in a tick. I would like to say that these come from the Lebanon. There we go. Obviously it's a Tales of Suspense cover, but completely altered, and I think written in Hebrew, and the way these comics are read is from right to left, so the spines are on the, to our western eyes, the wrong edge, but that's a beauty. So yeah, that one's close to my heart. And next up, yeah, issue 146, so you know there should be a lot more out there somewhere. I've just never seen them. And this is issue number, upside down, 145. Again, published by the same company, in Hebrew. I know I think I've got that right, I think it is Hebrew. This is when the foreign comic collecting medium becomes really interesting, because you're just not going to see this anywhere. But isn't that fantastic? Favourite comic books. And this one is, there's a tale to tell with this one. This is from Argentina. And as you're looking at it now is virtually how I received it. It got sent to me in a clear polythene bag with just my address written on it, so you could see the entire contents. No backing board, just a plastic sleeve. It is amazing how that actually got to me in one piece. Yes, I was just thinking about actually showing a picture here of it. It's the first thing I did when I took it to, when I received it in my mailbox. I took a photo because I couldn't believe it. It was just a clear plastic wrapping. But I'm not going to show it because it's got the sender's mailing address if it got lost in the post on it. So nah. But believe me, that's virtually exactly how I got it through the mail. Shocking. And that is the only comic I've got from Argentina. As jazz fans in the community would say, nice. Moving on up, this is great. This is the first Silver Age superhero comic distributed in Brazil, published by Ebal. As the name almost suggests, these were sold at the Shell garages, petrol stations, specifically Shell petrol stations in Brazil. Of course you had the auguries in the golden age, and then that kind of stopped, slowed down. But this is the first Silver Age comic published in Brazil. I'm sure Pedro would like to my other friend Pedro. I'm sure Paolo would like to step in possibly and say a little bit more about this. Again, beautiful. Right, now when this book was published, the entire country had a population the size of Birmingham. Very rare to get comics out of Iceland, but I've managed to pick up the entire Hulk series, which is only 12 or 13 issues I think. But the entire landmass of Iceland, population at the time of publication, the same size as Birmingham, UK. Just hardly anybody there. So obviously print run, super small. I still thank Bergdis who approached me with these. Couldn't say no, no cap, but the scarcity and the condition of these, yeah, got to be done. Had to be bought. This is a modern comic. I particularly like this. This was published by Marvel Mexico. Not that long ago, just a couple of 3 years back, I believe. But I love it because it's it's Captain America #1, Captain America comics, but they spot lacquered it as such. So you've got your Captain America in gold, Captain America comics in gold. Sorry, you got the Shield in gold. You got the Shield as spot metallic. What is that process? Is it a spot metallic wash? It's hard to tell with the Mylar sleeve, but yeah, that kind of stands out from the standard artwork, as do the Captain America comics title. Marvel Mexico. Sock it to the Nazi scum, Cap. Superb. Now this one comes from the land of Italy, who have a long-running love for Captain America. I've got the entire run. I just thought I might as well pick out issue #1. So unfortunately, it doesn't come with the free gift, which was like adhesive stickers. But in the fullness of time, I'll grab those two. Coupled with the X-Men in this book. Published by Editorial Corno. I've got some pictures of Stanley meeting with the Editorial Corno publisher, head of publishing, which if I can find them, then I'll put them here. It's terrific. Bit of a spoiler because it shows issue #2 on the back. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Moving on. Now this is a great issue. Printed on standard newsprint. It is from the Philippines, and getting comics out of the Philippines isn't so much difficult. You can get them out when you can find them. There are some areas of the Philippines where it's not as humid as other areas, but in the humid areas, paper disintegrates. They actually used to keep their utensils in the kitchens, all the knives and forks and spoons, used to keep comics wrapped around them to keep the metal tarnishing. So there we go, that's an Avengers. I've got other Filipino issues tucked away, but I haven't got many published in Tagalog, which is the native language. The type of paper they use soaks up all the ink, so it's a very, very matte cover. Yeah, I mean everything is worded in Tagalog, apart from the front cover. Couldn't say no to that at the time. I've got about 3 or 4 books published in Tagalog language. another Filipino books published in standard English. All quite hard to get hold of, but especially the Tagalog versions. I think I've saved the last. Oh no, I thought all the last books to show you today were CGCs, but they're not. There's only a couple. But I'm going to show you this particular Danish edition of Captain America. Much loved by me because of the colour liberties they chose. Personally, I think it looks better than the US edition. So Captain America, published by Interpress, and they only published 4 issues in the series. So yeah, look at that. Lots of blood reds everywhere. It's for what it is, it's quite a high 7.5. Quick showing of the back cover, for no other reason than I like how beautiful ladies are drawn. Lovely. Another. Oh, this is nice. Another CBCS. So, this is Captain America #1, published by La Prensa. I was in a very lucky position to buy the entire run of 30 odd books, I think. These fetch crazy prices now, if you can find them. But as a Cap fan, I couldn't say no to this. Well, to the entire run. Bought from 2 sellers, basically. I got the bulk from one seller, and then the remaining bits and bobs from the other one. Amazingly, they didn't know each other. Go figure. But yeah. Captain America #1. And on the back of that, I'll just show you, it's a little Spider-Man mask. Gratis, free. You probably have to save up loads of coupons from other mags to get it. Oh yes. Yeah, basically Spider-Man, Sergeant Fury, Fantastic Four, X-Men. Of course, then you got Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., Captain Marvel, Black Panther. I don't know that one. Flecha Veloz, I can't translate that. Frente de Guerra, I guess that's something of war. War something? War? Nah, don't know. Heroes del Oeste Pepito, no idea. Nama and Iron Man. Just to show you I'm not making any of that up. There we go. So basically I think cut out the coupons in those books and you can get yourself a free Spider-Man mask. Lovely. This one took me years to find, absolutely years. These things don't come up that often. It's an Allen class and is basically a reprint, re-edition of Astonishing, which is like the 1950s Atlas title. Number 50 I'd like to say, but in the UK Allen Class published it as Tales of Suspense #1. I cannot begin to tell you the hurdles I jumped over to try and find a copy of it, but eventually I got one in 2020, so it's fairly recent for me. It comes with a free palm leaf. It did make me think on the hunt for trying to find this particular issue. I did think about trying to find all the Atlas Astonishing issues as well. And if I live long enough and I'm able to afford it, I might just do that at some point. So here we go. Love, love, love. And today's final showing of lovely stuff is another Allen class, first of about 8 issues they published in this particular run. So I'm doing quite well today. I'm not reading off any liner notes, it's all going by memory, so pat on the back for me. But this is the first issue of a particular title which appeared in Creepy Worlds, specifically Creepy Worlds number 32, but it shows Fantastic Four number 1. Not a cheap book to get hold of. There are a couple out there, expensive. So you've really got to, bite your lip if you're going to go into this. Again, you've got others who are of the mindset, it's just a reprint. It's Fantastic Four number 1, but it's just a reprint. Let me find one. Find me another. Find me one that's affordable. Not out there. And I don't know, after all these years of collecting foreign stuff, I kind of get a little bored of people saying, they don't mean anything, they're just reprints. You've got to have the original US edition. Well, of course, it's nice to have the US edition. I mean, this by no means denigrates its own value by being a UK edition of Fantastic Four 1. Proud as hell to have that in my collection. So, guys and girls, I might actually make a wig out of this. I could probably wear that, I could probably get away with it too. Thanks for joining me on this sub 20-minute episode number 2 of favourite comic books that I have in my collection. I shall see you, more than likely, next week with another episode of the Brazil Capitão America run. Take care of yourself, stay safe, see you next time round. Bye for now.